Yo, what's up, family? Yo, this video here, I gotta touch on a lot of you people out there. You know, family people, working a job, and sometimes that job don't actually play out the way that you thought. And what I'm talking about when I say that is like, what was your plans other than that job? Because you definitely should have some. Now, what I mean by that is a job laying you off, a job firing you, a job going out of business, and give you no notice whatsoever. Such a repugnant thing that a job does sometimes. And as always, I love to give you a word of the day. That's going to be the word of the day. I'm going to try to use it often. And what does repugnant mean? It means everything bad, very distasteful, unacceptable, undesirable. Like, that just got up on your skin type of thing. You understand? So think about what I'm saying. You imagine all them people out there. How many times we have seen on the news a company goes out of business with no notice? And all the workers there are like, oh my gosh, we don't know what we're going to do now. I've been working at this company for 20 years, 30 years. I don't know what I'm going to do. You don't know what you're going to do. You should always have a contingency plan, meaning a backup plan. Like Batman, he always got another plan after another plan. You know what I'm saying? You should always have a backup plan. For all the years that you're working on a job, and if that job goes belly up, you think they got your best interest at hand? Well, one thing I can tell you, they certainly don't. They got their own best interest at hand. They could care less about you. Yeah, they may have you with your severance pay and your unemployment, whatever, but that's going to run out. What was your backup plan? Let me give you a story I'm talking about. Because like I said, we've seen news reports like this all the time. And it's actually a very repugnant thing that some of these jobs do. They just go belly up and without no notice, and everybody that works at the company, you're on your own. Everybody like, hey, but what do you mean? Oh my gosh. Watch this. I'm going to give you an actual story that I was affiliated with. This going back in the days. There was, I used to work for this delivery company called Airborne Express. Then it got bought out by DHL. So anyway, while I'm delivering on my route in Jersey City at the time, I got pretty cool with all the other delivery drivers, FedEx, UPS, Emory, all these other ones, right? But it was this one company. They had these burgundy trucks. It was called Comet. Now, what they used to deliver is medical supplies. And being that this is my route, and I used to see these guys all the time, obviously I got cool with some of the guys because sometimes we would go to the same locations. So I got relatively very cool with some. Sometimes we go out for lunch and stuff. But to get to the point, the name of the company was called Comet. I don't know if some of y'all are familiar with this. And just like that company, a lot of other companies all over the nation, this has happened many times, just like what happened to these guys. So one day, of many days that me and this guy went out, hung out at the park or had lunch together, met up at a stop. On this one particular day, I'm doing my deliveries as usual, and I ride by West Side Avenue in Jersey City. And that dude that works for Comet, he flagging me down. Yo. So I'm like, oh, snap. I said, yo, man, let me just turn around the corner. I'll pull around on the other side. So sure enough, I pulls around, and I gets out. He's still standing there. He walks up to my truck. He goes, yo, man, you ain't gonna believe this. So I said, yo, what's up? What happened? He said, yo, man, these jokers just went out of business. So when he said that, I'm like, what you mean? The place you're delivering to went out of business? He said, nah, man, the company. So I'm like, all right, because I don't want to believe the repugnant thing that I know is getting ready to happen because his life's about to change. So I said, oh, what you mean? The supplier? I'm hoping for the best. I said, you mean the supplier that supplies the stuff to them? He said, nah, man. Now his face just really got destroyed. He said, yo, my company, this, and he pointed at the truck. He said, this company. He said, man, I just got a text that said, it was a text for all the drivers. It was a text message that said, all drivers drive back to the station right now. The company just went out of business. I said, what? I said, nah, my man, that don't even sound right. He said, bruh, he said, man, I just called 3 other drivers that's not far from here. We all meeting up right here, and we about to go back. Man, we about to go off on these jokers. He said, because all of us are communicating. He said, they all got the same message too. I said, bruh, that don't even make. He said, exactly. How they gonna just call us and talk about bring the trucks back? The company just went out of business right now. I said, look, one thing's for sure. is that company, if that is true, they went out of business, it seems like it is, that didn't just happen overnight. They knew about that months ago. But let me tell you, I said, yo, my man, you know what was going on with the boss? I said, because I'm going to tell you right now, when you get back to the job, you best believe the boss and the head managers, they're not going to be there. Don't be surprised. They're not going to be there. See, months ago, they knew about the job, about the flop. But you know what they was doing months ago? They was preparing all their stuff to make a clean exit. Whatever stocks and everything they had in the company, they made sure they cleaned that up and get all their stuff out. And they're going to leave y'all out to hang to dry.
But that's a cowardly act, though.
Very, very repugnant. Very distasteful.
And yes, and it's very disgusting how people would actually see that you're just a number.
Job don't give 2 cents about you. So you should always have a backup plan. You should always have a contingency plan of what I'm going to do. You should have something else on the side because, like I said, that boss and the manager of that job, they had something on the side. They made sure they pulled all their money out so they don't take 100% loss.
Exactly.
Now, I seen that guy some weeks later, and he was telling me, doing unemployment, and he trying to get something else. But I asked him, I said, so what happened when you got back to the job that day? He said, yo, man, it was almost just like what you said, man. That was crazy. He said, when we pulled up with the trucks, they had the gates locked. We couldn't even drive in the yard. He said they had a private security outside to take our keys for the truck. They wouldn't even allow us in. Because they said, and they hired some cops to come on the scene because they said they thought people was going to tear the place up. I guess he's right. He said, man, that's crazy how you called that too. I said, exactly. Don't no company go out of business lickety-split just like that. No, they had months, if not a year, with all of this going on that they could have let all of y'all know. But they on their own thing where they're like, we're going to save our shit. SOS for us, save our shit. It's just about them. They could care less about you. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know what that means when they see the SOS and what does that say? What does that mean? It means save our shit. And that's what a lot of these companies do. They all for themselves, save our shit, save themselves. They could care less about you. Now, ironically, that happened to me in 2009 when that same company that I was working for DHL, we made Dateline. We made Dateline across the nation. If you didn't have 15 plus years in the job, you was pretty much getting laid off, or otherwise they ship you to these crazy locations where you had to do these crazy routes on foot. And that was me. I had 15 exact years. So I wasn't being laid off, but they wanted me to go to New York and walk around the whole Manhattan. I said, I'm not doing that. So I took my severance and my unemployment. You think that now, but the months, now they gave us months though, unlike the other company. They gave us like 3 months notice that we're gonna be laid off, and here's the particular things we could do if we want to go to another station and have to do all this stuff. So, but do you know that was the most dreadful 3 months that we was at that company, because there was no work to be done, but they expected us to come to work every day. Come to work and just stand around. And these ridiculous supervisors like, hey, I need you guys to sweep the floor over here. Hey, park the trucks on the left side of the building. Okay, park them on the right side of the building. All right, I need you guys to stack up the bins over here. Just making up stuff. To the point we started playing cards as a job because there's nothing to do. And they had a problem with that. It was the most dreadful 3 months, man. It was ridiculous. But ultimately, what I'm saying, we are all too familiar with a lot of people that go through that with these companies that go out of business, go belly up. So like I said, what did I title? I said, going out of business, going postal. Now, we've heard that terminology, unfortunately, before, going postal. You go, yeah, what that mean? You know, when a person go berserk, they lose it. And they, like the dude said, they had the gates locked because they thought people was going to go inside and go postal. Man, I done gave 25 years to this company and they just went up billing 8 times nothing. You're going to tear stuff up. Unfortunately, some people go and they shoot stuff up and take people's lives. That's very unfortunate. We even say a repugnant thing to do. Very unacceptable, very distasteful, very ugly thing to do. But that will make somebody go postal. When a job just does such a repugnant thing. You know, here you is being dedicated to this job for many years. And when they going out of business, they give you no notice whatsoever. And now you left out hanging to dry. You know, a wet towel, soaking wet. They don't give a damn and just leave you there. And then people go, yeah, he went postal. He went crazy. Yeah, of course he or she Postal went crazy. Because it's like, man, this how y'all do us? After all the dedication we get a company, this how y'all do us?
So in reality, you're nothing but a number.
Nothing but a number. These companies don't care about you. So I would encourage, in closing, instead of keep going on with this, what I would encourage any and everybody out there, always have your contingency plan, plan B. Always have your backup plan. Have your nice bit of savings. Who knows what that company is really doing? But look out for you, number one. That's who you need to look out. Everything else that comes secondary. You and your family come first. Because that company is not gonna put your family first. That company gonna put their family first, and they could care less about you. So be smart, folks. Be wise. Don't let them drive you crazy because this will make you go postal. Like I said, what's the title of the video? Going postal, going out of business. A lot of these companies, we heard these stories, right? I could honestly name you a whole bunch of companies that just went out of business. Comet, Red Star. Remember that trucking company, Red Star? Enron, Scandal, all that crap. We could just name so many companies that just went out of business, and people showed up to work that day and they told you, no, the company shut down. They're like, yo, what you mean shut down? They didn't give no notice because they didn't have no plans on putting you as a priority. But meanwhile, they told you to be to work every day. Do your due diligence on the job. You need to do productivity. Yeah, they want to squeeze everything out of you till they can squeeze no more. But when things going bad, they could care less. They would not give you no heads up so you could be prepared for an adversity situation that you're definitely going to be facing.
It wasn't even Amazon that they were
Amazon is laying off a lot of people. Look at AI.
People.
AI is taking a lot of people's jobs now.
Yeah.
Be prepared, folks. A lot of these jobs, yes, look at a lot of these grocery stores, Walmart, they want you to do self-checkout. All these AIs are taking a lot of people's jobs. So be prepared. Prepare yourselves, folks. Because I'm telling you, when it's time to give you that red slip to let you go, they don't care. They're just going to let you go. Hey, bye.
Mm-hmm.
You like, damn, they was heartless, repugnant attitude towards you. Yeah, bye.
Mm-hmm. You're nothing but a number.
Wisen up, folks. That's all this video is really about, to wisen you up. Think about it. It's very unfortunate. A lot of families that went through stuff like this, jobs don't care about them. Care about yourself more. Peace.